One big thing that I thought was cool was GMOs that we talked about, and how from in the early 1900s how it was 5 acres to feed one person for a year, and now we're down to a half acre, and that's how much land it takes to feed one person for a year.
So the U.S. farmer feeds how many people? Roughly 4,500 with our cowboy arithmetic right here in a matter of 2 minutes, right? But does that tell the real story of the progress that we've made in American agriculture? Is it about how many people the farmer feeds? No. It's about how many acres does it take to feed a person. In 1900, it required 5 acres of land to feed one person for an entire year. Do you know how many acres of land it takes today to feed one person? Half an acre.
Pesticides and GMOs was a pretty good topic he talked about, and how people are so scared of chemicals, and the surprising fact I found out was caffeine is actually a natural pesticide.
Caffeine is a pesticide that's purpose is to protect the coffee plant from insects. And if we don't harvest the coffee beans from the coffee plant, it will actually produce enough pesticide to kill itself. So the next time somebody's sitting there drinking their high latte, Starbucks, high caffeinated coffee and telling you that they hate chemicals in their food, ask them to do a Google search on their smartphone for caffeine and pesticide. And they will stop telling you about how bad chemicals are.
I think information that people don't know, when Trent talked about fat and beef and how it's perceived as a negative thing, like we want prime beef as consumers or as producers, that's what we want to produce is prime beef, but as consumers we're so concerned about the fat content that we don't know it's actually healthy and heart healthy fat that we're consuming. We think it's, it's going to create us to become more obese and we're going to gain weight. No, we have to get the correct fact out.
What is the marbling in beef? Monounsaturated fat. The marbling in beef is the same exact marbling or the same exact fat that you have in olive oil. And every celebrity foodie in the world is telling you today to cook your food in what? Olive oil, because it's heart-healthy fat. And the very marbling that you're worried about eating, or the consumer's worried about because they want a lean product, is the same heart-healthy fat that we should be consuming. But how many people know that? Not enough.
The perspective of agriculture has definitely changed in the last 10 to 20 years, and seeing what areas of agriculture are developing and what areas need to be developed, and how we can affect as upcoming students and hopefully future producers and members of agriculture, how we're going to have an effect on how the public views agriculture. Trent said, one person, one day at a time.
Even day by day and affecting one person, we can get the information out to them.
One day, one person at a time.